So I just want to be real quick. I was on vacation last week, and so didn't get a whole lot done, but I did get one video done while I was there. Just kind of a fun, light thing with a buddy of mine while we were out west, and so that's coming later. You'll be able to check that out probably Friday, maybe. But for now, I want to talk about there's a controversy surrounding this kind of online app-based kind of counseling service. Essentially, it's called BetterHelp, and there's conflicts or there are like controversies about it. About does it really help people, and is it the best thing? And they've had to adjust their terms of services, and kind of just there's been a lot of stuff about it. And it's made me think, because it supports several of the channels I'm subbed to here on YouTube. I see their ads a lot and their recommendations, and they talk about it and stuff. And I think it's interesting that, I mean, we're trying to technologify, or whatever you want to say, we're trying to enhance the kind of user experience where our society that is increasingly more and more disjointed, disconnected, depressed, anxious, just isolated, insulated. And instead of actually encouraging people, no, you need to break out of your shells, you need to go out into public, you need to interact with other human beings face to face, look somebody in the eye, develop your emotional skills. We're just here, that technology thing, that thing that's already enslaved you and in a lot of ways causing, or at least encouraging, the mental illnesses that you're suffering from. Let's just use that to try and kind of throw a blanket over it, essentially. And so instead of, like, what I would say is maybe rather than trying to find this better help, maybe we should just go back to the best instead. Simple fact is, there's no substitute for interacting with another human being face to face. Video game chats or social media conversations, debates, following somebody on YouTube, like, that's just not gonna cut it. You might think that you know somebody that way. You might think that you're aware, like, you might, their favorite color, their birthday, or their anniversaries. You might know all kinds of little facts about them, but until you've sat across a flat surface and ate with and talked with somebody, you just don't know them. You really don't have intimacy with them. You don't have connectedness to them, because the simple reality is, if they don't like what you've said or whatever, at the end of the day, they can just close their tablet down, they can do whatever it is they want, and then that's it. Like, you're cut off. They can block you, and, like, there's no sustainability to that relationship, is what I'm getting at. Whereas, what the unique thing about marriage, the unique thing about parent and child relationships, which are the two primary metaphors that the gospel uses to kind of relate us to God, is that there is no blocking someone, essentially. There is no walking away, essentially. Like, that when it's done right, that you're sharing a bed, you're sharing bedrooms, you're sharing a house, you're sharing car rides, you're spending so much time together that there really is no room in that life together for animosity, for harboring those kind of, and society would say, well, if you've got those kind of negative feelings, just get divorced or get emancipated or adoption, or like just whatever, like just cut that person off as well. And no, that's not healthy. We have to make priorities about doing what is best, not just for what makes me feel good emotionally right now, but we have to do what's best for the long term, seeing forwards as far as possible and trying to do what is actually the best thing. So, nurturing relationships, building communication, and just the internet is not going to facilitate that very well. It's not going to help you do that very effectively because, in a lot of ways, it's just giving you a placebo rather than actually giving you the real thing. So, this is just really quick. Watch later this week. We're going to talk about it's a kind of a back and forth about the top 5 MCU films that me and my buddy counted down. So look for that. Peace.